So, dear traders, how is everyone doing today? Welcome to our trading session of Wednesday, the 15th of March. So we are in the in the middle of March, and this week has been a really roller coaster on the financial markets. It all started last Thursday, and it continued throughout the weekend and on Monday. And we saw a huge statement from the United States President Joe Biden when he came out and spoke about the current. We don't call it a bank crisis just yet, but it seems like we are on the brink of something like that. So, do you guys have any questions, maybe any opinions in regards to this topic? I will be very happy to hear your comments, your questions, and pretty much everything related to this topic. So feel free to write anything that you want in the chat. I'll be very happy to read those messages out loud and to answer them accordingly. So one thing that everyone might notice on my account here is that my account has significantly grown in size over the last few months, and especially over the last few weeks, to be exact, right? So just 2 weeks ago, I had more or less around $20,000, and now I'm going to have some explanation to why this sub account. Basically, I have a few accounts and I have sub accounts, and I don't think that I only trade on this account, but this is my main webinars account, and I like to pretty much tell you the story of this account. And here it is. All right, so a question about a trader command God. I have deposited money, failed. What should I do? So in this case, basically, you need to contact customer support because they will be able to help you. One thing that I have to remind you is that sometimes the customer support department might be overloaded with requests, with tasks. So don't be maybe sometimes a little patient. They will definitely take care of your issue, and they will find your lost deposit in case that happens. All right. So guys, for those who wonder what happened or what has happened to my account, now here is the explanation. So I click the Forex tab and I'm ready to demonstrate to you how it's all going. And as you can see, I've sort of hit the the green street in regards to Forex trades, and pretty much that's exactly what I've been telling you all along. That trading Forex, it is kind of like a meditative process where for a long time, maybe for a few days or maybe even a few weeks, nothing really happens. And then all of a sudden you sort of go up the notch and you go to another level of success, right? So here is basically what happened recently with my account. As you can see, just today, 5 of my trades closed with $3,000 and $2,000 of profits each. Basically, I did open this trade. I think that was on Monday, right? So yeah, when I was exactly suggesting that, hey, I was like telling, hey, look at what's going with Brent. We have broken below the 80 level, or it was like 81, 80, 81, and then we had an attempt to sort of like return back into this corridor, into this ascending channel, and that of course didn't work out. And then oil dropped from there, and since then it dropped more than 5 points or $5. So here are my profits. Here I opened a few trades with different multipliers because I wanted to diversify my risks, and basically that was the main part, like this triangle breakdown. So I thought that was we were expecting, and I was really expecting a breakout here, and then we sort of faced a very fierce resistance from the sellers, or from the sellers here, and they just didn't let the price go above the 86 level. And then it all came unexpectedly with the Silicon Valley Bank, and then it got followed by another banks, and I think up to this date more than 30 banks. So trading halted with 30 different stocks of 30 different banks and then United States exchanges, namely Nasdaq and NYSE, NYSE. And so yeah, here we are breaking below this ascending channel, and so yeah, kind of like staying here. I opened trades at 81.5 and now we are trading at 75, so that's a significant drop in value. Right, and as you can see, I wasn't trading too many assets. I focused on a few assets that I understand well and I understand the dynamics well, and I was sort of like before opening this trade, I had been following this story for quite a long time, probably for a few months, and then it played out really well for me. And I also traded on cryptocurrencies because basically we had a drop towards a very strong support level here, so 20,000 or slightly below that, and well, basically that was like the question, if banks start collapsing, where do you want to store your money? And the answer was simple. You do that in you can do that in well, you can do that in cryptos, right? So one of the goals is to store value. All right, so this trade unfortunately closed with no profits, and before that I probably had a few losing trades. And basically, guys, I'm not afraid to demonstrate that sometimes I also have these kind of like long long red sequences, but you also have to pay a lot of attention to my risk to reward ratio, and that is a very important parameter here with Forex trading, because with one trade I lose probably $500 or $750, and I make 3,000 or 2,000. So sometimes it closes with a break-even, kind of like at the break-even point under certain circumstances, but usually I try to kind of like sit in that trade for as long as possible. Yes, I had one unprofitable trade with minus $2,000. That was a unsuccessful trade on USD CAD, but overall I was trying. It's like you try different areas. Like here I closed it a little bit preliminary with my stop loss. I think I closed it by stop loss. No, trade closed by the trade. No, I closed it myself. That one I don't remember why, but I did so. Should have waited longer. And then I had pretty much I had a pretty long red sequence, and but the fact that I've been trading Forex for quite a long time as well, I know that eventually you need to wait for things, and things started now, and then yeah, everything was like slow, and then I was like, I finally tuned myself with the market and with a number of trades, the Australian dollar, the euro, gold, Bitcoin, and some trades on Brent. I eventually managed to return my losses and to pretty much double or almost triple my deposit. And I also have another 14K sitting in my account here with some unrealized profits and the initial body of trades. So guys, that's the story about Forex, which I definitely couldn't help but mention during our today's webinar. And then I'm ready to jump straight into the main part of today's webinar, which is Jactar trading strategy, right? So Jactar trading strategy, my favorite strategy, and I'm gonna demonstrate to you how this strategy works. And first of all, we need to click here, technical analysis tab, and we go to open instruments list, and then I start typing Jactar, or we can just simply scroll down towards the expert strategy section, and here I need to click. So I click Jactar and I press enable strategy, and voila, the strategy has appeared on my chart. One side note here before we begin, I would like to remind you that almost all of our strategies, probably 80% of them, they work pretty much as well. They work pretty well both on Forex and FTT mode of trading, with a few exceptions, like for example barcode is really applicable to FTT mode of trading only, not so much applicable to Forex, and a few other strategies, but we have a very like obvious marking here, which basically illustrates that this strategy is good for fits well FTT mode of trading, and this one is specifically for Forex. And you can also save your own presets, like I did with my custom strategies, strategy 1, 2, kind Martin, etc. All right, and yeah, so one thing I want to do now is I want to make the thickness of these lines a little bit thicker. So SMA 100, SMA 200, and the so 50, 100, 200, and then I click here. So voila, all these three lines have appeared. And so where is the signal and how does one trade using this strategy? So it's quite simple. All you need to do is you need to sort of catch or grasp this moment when the price of an asset drops towards this level, this the blue line or the green line or the red line, and you need to get at that moment, you sit and wait, and then you open a trade. So basically that's the story. So you open up trade here, up trade here, up trade there, and as you can see, the price or the asset considers these levels as levels of support, and we can open trades. For example, in this, like here, Asia Composite Index, we have slightly broken above this level, but it's really not a signal for an up trade. It's a signal for a down trade because we haven't really managed to stay well above this 50 line, and it still acts as a level of resistance, and that's why I open a trade downwards. All right, and and here is another example. So Arabian General Index, I can even open two trades here, and we have come close to the green line, the 100 level, and it acts as a level of resistance. So as you can see, we have like support area here, and we have resistance area here. All right. So yeah, could you please give me some signals? Well, guys, first of all, I would like to remind you that we do have a number of signals here. All you need to do is you need to press here. So some assets have signals, some assets don't really have signals. Some signals are open, some signals are like closed, and yeah. So here with Euro USD, you have technical signals, and then you have the so-called astro signals, and I think I need a subscription to that. I don't have all the parts of the platform open because I'm not really subscribed to everything, but here you can try technical, astro, and so on and so forth. So a bunch of different things are available on the platform, and signals are a part of them. So where are my signals? Okay, so I think I have signals on GBP USD. Yes, that's correct. And I can also select. So these signals, they vary by duration. So scalping usually refers to 1 to 5 minute trades. Intraday is 10 to 60-minute trades, and swing trades are up to 1 month. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. And if you want to trade using signals, so we have a bunch of different signals, and also right now I'm trading, but you can either consider this as signals, or you can just watch this strategy, how I trade, and then maybe you will get some well, maybe, I mean, you will include this strategy into your strategies portfolio, and then you will make probably more profits than by just copying my trades in this trading session. All right. So another signal here is commodity composite signal, commodity composite index, and we have a down signal here with the price trading below the green line, and that's a signal. All right. So Asia composite signal. Well, everything went perfect. And now we can move on to some next signals. All right. So a very interesting picture here is on the GBP USD, so the pound, or we call it the cable. So this asset, right? So what's the story about it? So currently, as we can see, now we have more or less 5 or 6 candlesticks which are trading above the red line and the blue line. So these lines now, they start acting as a support level. So it's kind of like this role reversal pattern, and we can open a trade or even 2 trades with varying durations. Like I usually stick with 3-minute trades, but there is absolutely nothing wrong if you trade or if you use like different durations, right? My default duration with 1 minute time frame equals 3 minutes, but of course that can vary, that can be modified, and it's generally up to each trader to decide which duration one wants to use. And also we have this, so we call it clock, or so we have kind of like the default mode is timer, and the second one is called clock. So basically you can select when exactly at which minute you want this trade to close. Okay, so you can even like type, I don't know, 14, you cannot really type 95, like, right? You can 58 or something like that. Okay, so that's another story. I usually trade with timer. I've sort of just, you know, like trained myself to do that. It's not really like this mode of like more like preferable or something. In my opinion, it's just easier, and sometimes the easier things are and the easier your trading approach or trading strategy is, usually the higher your trading results are. So I think there is more or less a deep correlation between that, because trading doesn't have to be overly complicated. Its main complexity, I think, lies within trading psychology and kind of like emotions, not so much in the technical part of things, because one can actually master their trading style, their trading strategy, and different indicators. It's not really rocket science, right? It's something that more or less everyone can understand, but the difference comes when people start trading, and some people can control their emotions and some people just I mean, it's difficult, you know, guys. I've been there. I know what I'm talking about. I'm talking from the experience, and I know that it is not easy to control your emotions, especially when you see a profitable trade like here, and you kind of want to grab all the profits, right? You don't want to wait. You don't want to stay in this position because you are afraid that, okay, so now I'm making this much money, but what's going to happen within after maybe a few hours? Maybe I'm going to lose all the profits, and then so that's a very difficult part when it comes to trading, and I strongly recommend opening many trades in order to get desensitized from emotions. And also another thing I would like to remind you is that trading a big volume of trades is important. So it's important to actually get a lot of practice, and it's all about opening gradual, like it's all about gradual growth, right? You don't need to start with big trades. You need to start with small trades and then gradually increase the size of those trades once you've mastered your trading psychology. I think a very famous trade expression that I keep saying all the time is like, having a lot of money in your deposit doesn't make you a successful trader, but being a successful trader means that you can grow your capital easily. And the primary objective of every trader is to actually learn how to not lose money on the financial markets. And then the second step is how to make profits, right? So step one, how to not lose money. That is a very important step that many people oversee and don't really pay that much attention to that. So, guys, let's move on. I think we should have more potential signals coming up, and I will sort of mark them with this star sign. Ouch, commodity composite index, a breakdown. All right, so that can happen, no worries. can you do some scalping in Forex? I personally don't scalp on Forex. I use mid-term trades mostly. I used to do scalping when I was probably like 5, 6, 7 years ago. I would do scalping occasionally. I did a lot of scalping on stocks. As of now, I just don't do it. You know, there is nothing wrong in doing scalping on Forex. It's just for me personally, I've sort of like moved away from that approach with quick trades, and I'm now trading like longer term trades, and I'm not really concentrating my trading around these short trades. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's the main difference, right? So I don't really focus on short term trades, and yeah. But scalping is okay. I mean, all you need to do is you need to like generally speaking, it's like you try to catch very very small moves that can still cover your commission that you pay for opening each trade, and then they give you a little bit of profit. So it's not like trading or scalping is not gonna on Forex is not gonna look like my trades where I sort of have, with the risk of 1,500, I have like 3,000 profits. It'll be like maybe risking $100 and potentially making $50 to 100, something like this. For me, scalping, why I don't do scalping is because it requires a lot of time, and that time I would rather spend on trading FTT mode of trading, because that's pretty much the same story and almost the same risk to reward ratio as you would have with scalping on Forex. But at the same time, I don't really at the same time I don't have to like sort of trade Forex. I don't know, just not my cup of tea, to say. So please do analysis on Euro USD. All right, so let's go to the Euro USD. Right, so what I can see here is that we have a really sharp drop actually today with the euro. Guys, I haven't really checked out what happened. If you know something, let me know. I think we had some micro statistics or something that basically we had this huge drop, like 2 points. I think we have some, I don't know, I should look up the news, but basically my trade on, so did my trade on Euro USD, it closed yesterday, right? Exactly. So it reached the take profit level and then it closed. So I was pretty correct with defining the so guys, now what's the story about the Euro USD? Well, we have come close. We are back to 10.5 level, which is a strong level of support, because it's first of all a psychological level of support, and then secondly, I think we have quite like here 1, 2, 3, so 3-4 times we've already sort of designated this level as a support level, and I think there is a lot of interest to that. So will Euro USD be able to stay above this level, or will it go down? It's kind of difficult. It's really difficult to say. As of now, we've been dropping significantly. I don't know what the repercussions will be, but as of now, it's like that. Of course, I expect a pullback from here. It's kind of obvious that there will be a pullback, and then I would probably want to open a down trade, kind of like, so we dropped from here and down here, and I think we are going to make a pullback towards probably somewhere around here, and I would want to open a down trade from there. So kind of like halfway back, pullback, and then the price will drop even further. So actually, from the technical point of view, there is nothing really difficult when it comes to Forex trading or FTT trading. But what's difficult is really is your work with your emotions. In fact, So that's a very difficult part actually. All right. So guys, let's try basic dollar index. We have slightly broken above the 50 line, but I think we are still in the bears area. So let's try that. Gold, yes, let's open an up trade. We are back to a very similar situation, which I mentioned in the beginning of the webinar here, and we are back at that price. So as you can see, the 50 level. And Europe Composite Index is once again also close to the 50 level, the 50 SMA. So that's a good support level. So we can expect a rebound from here. So we'll see that. All right. So the question is about so what about the crash of Silicon Valley Bank, and what should we pay attention to? Well, basically, I think this might be just the tip of the iceberg, and I think in the near future we are going to see more collapse in the banking system of the United States, and not just the US, but pretty much everywhere in the world. I expect the rise of crypto assets once again. That's going to be maybe the third big wave of growth after 2017 and 2020, late 2020 and especially 21, and probably this might be the beginning of it, like the swift rise of Bitcoin. As we can see, we are back at like 25,000, right? So we just recently dropped to 19, like 19,500, and everyone's like, oh wow, so we are crashing here, and then boom, we are back at 25. So it is very difficult to make forecasts. So my rule of thumb is trade what you see. So if I see some real interesting trading ideas, then I just basically trade them. All right. So guys, one more thing. Since I started mentioning the crypto assets and trading with them, I would like to remind you that we have you can make deposits via USDT, which is one of the stable coins that are available for everyone, and you can use different blockchains like Tron, Ethereum, and Binance. And it's really simple how to make a deposit. You just need to basically copy this address. You press copy address. Now it's been copied, and then all you need to do is you need to go to your Binance account or whatever account you have, whichever cryptocurrency you have, and a crypto exchange or crypto wallet, and then you just use that and you make a deposit. So it's as simple as that. All right, guys, I would like to talk about my next trade here. So Europe Composite Index. So we dropped towards the next level of support, which is this red line, the 200 SMA, and I opened the trade upwards from here. Next commodity. Okay, so let's open a commodity composite index downwards, because we are currently trading below the 50 level, and this 50 SMA might act as a strong resistance level, and that's why I opened the trade downwards. One more thing I would like to do is I would like to use one of my risk-free trades. I have many risk-free trades. Currently we have currently you can get risk-free trades in our Traders Way here. So this is my expert, this is my Traders Way, and well, pretty much all my risk-free trades I got from trading quite a lot, and I just don't really use them that much in my trading. I don't use them that often. That is why I have accumulated a huge number of risk-free trades. So one more thing I would like to remind you is that we have stories here with a bunch of interesting materials. So pretty much all the contests, everything, just a lot of useful information here. So guys, let's move on to the next want to open a trade here. All right, so let's stay a little bit here with the caffeine index, caffeine or caffeine. So here's the story about this this asset as of now. So currently we are quite close to the 200 SMA, but we are just not but we are not there just yet. So in this case, what you wanna do is you wanna maybe stop a little bit, like pay your attention to this asset, and then kind of like stay there a little bit and wait for a rebound towards this area, towards the 200 SMA, because you don't really want to open any trade here. You want to open your trades as close to this 200 SMA as possible, because price is very important and opening quote is crucial in this trading strategy. Like you don't want to open trades in like random parts of the chart or at random prices. You want to be patient, like I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to be patient. I'm demonstrating how patient I am right now, and yeah, I want to demonstrate to you. All right, so sometimes it can be quite difficult to catch the exact moment. Sir, are you employed by OLYMP TRADE? Yes, I work for OLYMP TRADE. I trade independently, and at the same time, I work with OLYMP TRADE. That is correct. So, because they like how I analyze charts, how I find trading ideas, and that's why they also pay me for that. That's a great combination, to be honest. All right, let's open that trade. I just not that patient enough. And in the next case, we can go back here, and I will also show you how you can open trades with the help of pending orders. So for example, let's imagine I want to open a trade from this exact price. So 3702.73. All right, so 0.73. Okay, finally the price is there. But let's imagine I don't want to wait, but I sort of want to open a trade from this exact price. So what you want to do in this case, you want to use the help of our pending orders. So here they are. So the pending order, so we click here, and basically you need to stipulate the price from which your trade will open. So opening price here, I press downwards the direction, and now when the price comes close, basically triggers or touches this price, then my pending order will be triggered and it will turn into a trade. So my a trade will open, and basically I will get an open trade. Beautiful. So the next question. All right, my candlestick will be one more candlestick than Thomas candlestick, which is an advantage for anyone who wants to trade binary in 1 minute. Well, to be honest, I don't exactly understand what you mean here. So if you want if you mention the time frame, so yes, 1 minute time frame is my current time frame of analysis. But the beauty of our strategies and pretty much of all sort of technical analysis in general is that one can use and apply almost all, like probably 95% of trading strategies can be used both with FTT mode of trading and with Forex mode of trading. And then a very important thing is that you can pretty much apply any time frame, and the time frame of 1 day, 1 hour, 4 hours, like anything can be used. And one variable that is going to change is of course the duration of trades, because the higher your time frame, the longer your trades will be. So with short trades, you open like with small time frame of 1 minute, you open short-term trades. With longer ones, you open long-term trades. So that's pretty much the trick. There is nothing else to add there. Sir, is it true that OLYMP TRADE lives on the losses of the traders? No, it's not true. OLYMP TRADE, like any broker, takes a profit from the client's turnover. So the more turnover the clients do on OLYMP TRADE on the platform, on both it can be Forex or FTT, like any broker, it gets its profits for his intermediary services. So, and the service is basically to connect. We call it bears and bulls, right? So sellers and buyers. And of course, every broker wants as much trading volume to be happening on their platform and not on someone else's platform. And so, yeah. All right, that's the story. So we have around 5-6 more minutes to open some more trades, and I'm gonna set some pending order here with gold 1924. Wow, gold is really volatile actually. All right, so here's my pending order. Basic dollar index. Yes, guys, one important note here, caffeine index. So we have three groups of regional indices. So we have Arabic, so three Arabic indices, which are Arabian General Index, Oasis Index, and Kahwa Index. Then we have Latin American indices, which are Braz Index, Caffeina Index, and LATAM Index. And then we have three Indian indices, which are Jactar, Munch, and one more. It's Astro Index. So these three indices are only unique for those countries. And then we have the three indices that are available for everyone, which are Asia Composite Index, Europe, and Commodity. So Asia, Europe, Commodity indices, these three indices are available to everyone, absolutely everyone on our platform. And then we have these kind of like regional specific assets or indices. So let's get back to trading. Let's do some trades. How are all these available for you? So I work for the company, and some of the features of the platform. So I have sort of like, it's not really called like early access, but I have more access to some features of the platform that are not available to everyone. So maybe that's one little advantage of working with OLYMP TRADE, is because they let you do that. If you are an analyst, because I need to analyze different assets and I need to demonstrate different assets, so they have enabled to me these assets as an exception. So unfortunately, this exception is only applied to the analysts of the company. Alrighty, so let's move on and let's find some other trading signals. Right, so Braz Index. As you can see, currently we are trading below the 50 SMA, and that is a strong resistance level. So from here, from this resistance level, what you want to do is you want to open a down trade. Okay, so we are still trading, like, even though we are kind of breaking above, but the sentiment is still for down trade. And from another one, from the next resistance level, I can open a down trade. So we have 1-2 trades in the downwards direction. All right. So another thing that I would like to mention is that orders can be canceled right from the chart. So you press here, cancel, confirm, and it's canceled. So why did I cancel it? Because basically the price have gone down too far already, and it doesn't make sense. So that previous order, it pretty much loses its sense. So it's better to like wait for another time and maybe like make a new order, create a new order, something like that. All right, so a very interesting situation here with the pound, the cable. We are trading below all the three SMAs, which are in the Jactar trading strategy. And I think we can set a pending order to here. So 165. So somewhere around this price. I press continue. And now I need to just, the final touch is to actually press the down button or up button depending on in which direction. So one side note for maybe a little bit more experienced advanced traders is that usually I use pending orders as a form of counter trend or like resistance level and support level based signals, but some people use it in case of breakouts. So maybe you want to set a pending order here, and in case the price breaks above this level, then it will that pending order will get triggered and the price will break above, and you sort of like try and grab this like breakout pattern. But okay, maybe that's a difficult complicated story. So yeah, all right, let's move on. So a perfect example here, I would like to remember this pattern here. So Jactar index, and we are currently, and for the past 30 minutes, we have been trading above the 50 SMA. So in my opinion, currently, so this level serves as a strong support level, and we can open an up trade from here. So we set a pending order here. And it can be used. It can be used as a support level. So guys, do you have any other questions? I think I've demonstrated, I've shown quite enough of trading signals. So there is a great question here in our chat. So sir, please one day teach us how to control our emotions while trading. Well, the answer is simple, and it all comes down to the word gradual, right? So everything has to be done like gradually, slowly but steadily. All right, so slowly but steadily. But here's the trick, right? You actually need, so what you need to do, I'll show you an example, right? It's not gonna cost me anything, but I wanna do it like this. So for example, I need to get desensitized from the fear of losses, and in this case I need to open, like, I go to $1. Okay, so the minimum possible amount. Okay, so $1, and maybe 1 or 2 days you need to spend trading with $1, but opening many trades. Pick a certain trading strategy and try opening as many trades as you can for the whole day, maybe for 2 days, maybe for the whole week. All right, and then you will actually learn the dynamics. And then the next day start, like, go from $1 to $2, then from $2 to $3. But the key point, the key word here is gradual. So everything has to happen in a very moderate, very gradual manner. And that's pretty much the success recipe. You need to expose yourself. It's like if you fear of something, if you fear of spiders, if you have a fear of heights, all you need to do is you need to expose yourself to that fear. Unfortunately, or maybe even that's how things are, there are not so many shortcuts in this field of trading, and you cannot really do anything about it. So you need, like, it happens to everyone. You need to get desensitized from trading, from emotions, and from, like, trading emotions. You need to be a little bit like a robot, and in order to do that, you need to have many trades gradually, but a lot and consistently. All right, Mr. Illusion, I saw your question and actually answered your question. I'm not ignoring you. I answered it as soon as you posted it. Like I say, the OLYMP trade profits only from commissions. So commissions on Forex, commissions on FTT mode of trading. When you trade, each trade is followed by a commission. On FTT, it's more or less, it's quite a difficult formula how it's involved, because you get like you invest, say for example, $10, and but the maximum we can make is 82%. And with Forex, it's more kind of like it's a very fair, like very like straightforward manner. You see exactly how much commission the broker is taking from your position. So commission size depends on your leverage, or we call it multiplier leverage. That's pretty much the same thing. And the smaller the multiplier, of course, the lesser, the smaller the commission, because basically the size of trade is smaller. With higher, of course, your like trade size also goes up. All right. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. In the conclusion of today's webinar, I would like to count my profitable trades and my losing trades, as I almost always do. Maybe sometimes I forget, but usually I do it. So I started trading here. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 profitable trades, and one, not counting these ones, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 losing trades. Or sorry, 10 losing trades. Okay, maybe not the best ratio, and I think I'm sort of at the break-even point. So that's 12 profitable trades out of 22 total. That's 55% profitable trades. Still, that's enough for stay profitable. But of course, you wanna aim for higher goals. But pretty much not like market varies, and in 1 hour I can have this ratio, and then I have better results. So that of course varies. So yeah, final words about gold. Well, gold of course is going to keep rising because in price, because the more instability there are in on the financial markets, then the investors will be looking for more options to actually save their money, and for the so-called safe havens like gold and cryptocurrencies. So that's kind of like a very obvious thing, and I think gold can easily go all the way up to 2,000 and maybe even more finally. And I think we are going to have a lot of interesting topics for discussion in the upcoming weeks. I think a lot of stuff will be happening, because I think Silicon Valley Bank was just the beginning, and we might see the house of cards drop, but we are going to find out maybe some other time. Guys, in conclusion to today's webinar, I would like to remind you that you can get, if you trade on advanced or expert status, you can get it's free, it's already included in your status package, consultation with a financial analyst. So feel free to address customer support on this topic and request your manager to contact you. So just stipulate your phone number, and we will be in touch with you. I want to wish good luck with your trades, and I will probably see you next week, because on Friday someone else, maybe Himanshu or Hemant, will be doing this webinar. So guys, once again, thanks a lot for your attention. It was a pleasure conducting this webinar for you guys, and I will see you shortly. Bye bye.